Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and I am Genevieve Designs. In today's video we're going to add some more pages, a page setup into the album that we're currently working on, and we're going to do a little bit of fun embellishing and hopefully add an insert or two. This is the Hello Pink album. This is the paper collection we're using. It's by Prima. It looks like that. And we are also using the Basically Amazing foundations and the Basically Amazing Graceful Decorative Edge add-on. These are printable templates that are available in my Etsy shop. Everything is linked down below. I have a video playlist for this album specifically, start to finish, and I will link that up here and down below. So as we go on, we add more and more videos to that, but it is a step-by-step process. And I'm pretty sure the last video we did this right here, I'm pretty sure. But we're gonna add on to the back side of this fin today. So I will show you what I already have printed, prepped, and ready to go from the Basically Amazing foundations. So this is the largest size album, by the way. This is the A size album. There's A, B, C, and D sizes. The A is the largest, and it's meant for a, it fits a 5x7 with a photo mat, comfortably landscape, and the B-sized album fits a 4x6 with a mat, comfortably landscape. And then the C-sized album is a 5x7 portrait with a mat, fits perfectly onto the page, portrait size. And then the D size is the smallest, and that's the 4x6 portrait size with, you know, you have a mat and your 4x6 photo fits perfectly onto the page. But we're working on the A size album, and anything that is smaller than the A size, or anything that's anything in this album, let's just go there. Anything that's actually in the set of templates fits in this size album. Anything that's in the B size and on fits in the B size album, so on and so forth. So this is all one set of templates, and then this is an add-on. In the add-on, the decorative edge add-ons, everything is a decorative edge versus it being the straight, okay? So you won't have the cover pages and you won't have the straight pages in the add-on. So you have to have both in order to make the albums that we're making when we have the add-on, the decorative edge add-on. Also, another note, if you don't have the graceful decorative edge add-on, or you don't like the graceful decorative edge, there is also the charming decorative edge. So if you have that one, or if you like it better, let me grab it, let me find it. If you like this one better, which is this decorative edge, it's the same page numbers, it's just a different edge. All right, so back to what I was saying. So I also am putting timestamps down below, and they're also calling them chapters in YouTube. So maybe I'll change it to I'm putting chapters down below where you can go through and pick where you want to. Like if you had to stop in a video, and it'll allow you to go back to where you want to go back to. Or if you're like, oh, I can't remember what she said, you can go back to that section in the video. So out of the foundation set of templates, I printed page 23A onto white cardstock, and I printed page 23A with the pumpkin background design, not the plain. So what I did was, this is actually the double doors for the A main base, but we're going to use it as a pocket today. So I split them apart, and I printed this on 80-pound paper. I'm not sure if I said that or not. I split them apart, and we're only going to be using 1/2. So I'm going to put this one up for now. And then on this piece here, I left all these tabs on. I scored with my scoreboard and my stylus. I scored all those pieces to where I could fold them, and then I put tape on them. So it's going to be a pocket like this. Okay, I did miter the corners. I cut both corners to take the bulk out, and I mitered the top 2 corners. So that's one thing that we're going to need out of the foundations. I think that's the only thing out of the foundations. And then out of the decorative edge templates, I printed page 7A onto white cardstock, 80-pound white cardstock with the pumpkin background design. So I took the top tab off and the bottom tab off, and I just left the side tab. So I have obviously cut it out, the decorative edge. I have scored this. I have put tape on this side. I put tape on this side where the pumpkin print is facing up. That's the side that I put the tape on. And then I also inked the back side. So that's what the back side looks like. So while we're on this page, I then printed one of my shades of color. Let me show you. This is the new Shades of Color 2. That's what the Etsy listing looks like. I'll have it linked in the description box. And I printed 17E. I'm sorry, not 17E. I printed 17, number 17, because they all have numbers, onto white cardstock. And then I printed the mat for this page, which is 54A. I printed that onto the Shades of Color. And then obviously cut it out, trimmed it up. I was getting ready to tell you guys something and I completely lost my train of thought. I don't know. I had misprinted something and I can't remember what I had done, so I just used the back of it. I just printed the Shades of Color onto the back of it. I don't remember what it was for, because I prepped all this last week and I had my grandchildren. We kept our grandchildren. We kept them, let's see, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, and then Saturday afternoon, the other set of grandparents, we kind of exchanged the kids, or not exchanged, we kind of handed over the kids to them because our children were out of town. So anyway, so it's all kind of a blur at the moment because we had a 2-year-old and a 4-month-old, and just wow. Okay, so I can't remember what I was doing, but anyway, I ended up printing the mat, which is on page 54A. I printed that onto the Shades of Color. I just cannot remember. I was gonna tell you guys something. I don't know, but that's all I'm going to show you for right now. We're going to be using one more thing out of the templates, but let's do this really quick before I show you the inserts that we're going to make. That's driving me bonkers that I cannot remember what I was going to tell you guys. Anyway, I guess it doesn't matter. So I have the plain side of this page facing up, and I'm going to attach this pocket here, like this. And I am going to get my little pokey thingy. I don't know what's happened. I've just totally lost my train of thought. Totally. Okay. And I'm going to take this piece, long piece off first, because these are not overlapping. They don't need to be, because the mat is going to go over top of the tab, so it's not going to matter. Nothing's going to get stuck, is what I'm trying to say. And you wanted to place that right before the score mark there. So you don't want to go over that score mark, because this is going to be attached to the binding. So you want it to be flexible. So you want it to come up just above that score mark there. So now I'm going to flip this over and put the two sides down. Just like that, and burnish. And then this is the mat, so it's going to go inside here like this. Right? So I think what I'll do is I'm going to use some liquid glue. I think I'm going to use Fabri-Tac this time. I need a little bit more wiggle room so that I can get it placed exactly where I want. You can use art glitter glue as well, but it catches really fast. Like, it'll dry really fast. You don't have a lot of wiggle room. But this, I know I've told you guys this before, but this is like my go-to. If I could just have one glue, this will be it. And I actually went to Hobby Lobby yesterday. And yesterday was, what was yesterday? Yesterday was Monday. Today's Tuesday. What was I doing yesterday? Is today Tuesday? Yeah, today's Tuesday. I did some shopping, but I don't remember. Oh, I picked up the kids from the airport. That's one of the main things I did yesterday. Good grief. That's how, you know, when you babysit your grandkids, it's like it was an exhausting thing, you know. We took them to Huber's, which is a like pumpkin, it's like a farm. And whoop, come on. I'm trying to. And if you're local, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're in Louisville or if you're in Indiana, you know what I'm talking about. Or anywhere around there, those areas. They have like a winery, and they have a pumpkin pick and patch where you can ride the tractor. They used to have a petting zoo, but they don't have that anymore. Anyway, it was just fun. We took them one day for that, and of course my 2-year-old granddaughter loved it. The grandson just didn't care, could care less. I'm sure he was like, whatever. The 4-month-old probably was not caring one bit. Okay, so the next thing I did is I took all of our scraps that we had, and I think, let me move my book out of the way. And all of the pieces, the scraps that I had, I tried to fussy cut all of the pumpkins out of it, and I think these were all the ones that are left over. So I kept the larger scraps, but I think I ended up putting a lot of the smaller ones in here. Even though I'm not throwing them away, I can still get them if I need them. But I pretty much fussy cut as many of the pumpkins as I could. Whoop, out of the way. Out of the way. I fussy cut as many pumpkins as I could, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bunch of pumpkins along this edge here. And let me try to organize them here, because I did get several of the same type pumpkin. And then some of them don't even have the whole pumpkin, but that's okay, because I can layer them like this and you would never even know that that pumpkin was missing a piece. And I should probably ink these up a little bit. So I've got a bunch of these little small pink pumpkins, so maybe I can use those as fillers. And then there's some from the paper that had the black background. I only ended up with 2 pumpkins. I might put these aside because they kind of seem out of place. So I'm going to stick them up here a little bit. Oh, there was a bunch of butterflies also that I cut away from those scraps. And then there was one whole like flower piece that was left on one piece, and I did cut that off. I fussy cut that out, and I'm going to put this in the embellishment drawer, because I'm not going to use it right here. Is that a pumpkin? What is that? Oh, that's like a thing of pumpkins. Where's the ones that I cut out? I guess that's them. Yep, that's them. This is the ones that I cut out, that sheet. So we'll just leave that one in there. I wonder if there's any pumpkins in the die cut. I think I'm going to leave those alone though, because I mean, it's kind of the same but different. So I think I'll leave these in here for now. We'll use those on different pages. Okay, so the idea would be, like, this one doesn't have a bottom. We could start here. So we could start with that large one. That could be like an anchor point. So the idea would be to like go through and add, you know, different pumpkins to kind of cover that edge. You know what I mean? Kind of do something like this. So, whoops, that would not look good. So what I think I'll do is I will, like, maybe we can just use 3 main ones. I don't know, we'll just see. I will go through and just keep fussing about with these to see if I can get a look that I like, and then we can kind of go from there. So I probably am going to fast forward a little bit through here so you don't have to sit here and watch me do this. The agony of me doing this. Okay, so I did go ahead and do something off camera because I thought I wanted to find some more pumpkins, but I didn't want to cut any more because I don't have any more papers that have the pumpkins and stuff, so, or scraps of it. I didn't want to grab a new piece. So I got those punches back out, those little flower punches that I showed you. what did we use them for? Oh, in the shaker. I showed you in the shaker. I showed you in the shaker. I got those back out and some of my scraps, and I punched some of them. So I did some green and some black and white. I thought it might needed a little punch of black and white, and I inked them up because, you know, I think that might be fun. I haven't shaped them or anything, but yeah, I mean, right? Can we like not add something here and there to this with a black and white flower, right? The little plaid looking situation. So, I don't know, I just think it would be cute. What do you guys think? So I think I'm just gonna go through and fuss about with all of these and see how we do. And I might even shape these flowers a little bit. So I'm probably gonna put you on fast forward or something for a minute. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a strip of glue about a ½ inch from the edge, and since this is repositionable, like not repositionable, since this gives you a lot of wiggle room, I'm going to use this to help me keep things down. So I'm going to be pretty generous about it. Okay. And let's see if I can make this go a little faster. So I can always come back and glue things down along the edges. So this is the only pink one that I have. So my thought was the only pink one like that I have. Something like this. Okay, so I think that looks pretty darn good. I probably will trim, I don't know, I don't have to. I was gonna say trim those edges off, but I don't have to. But I do kind of want to put some bling in the middle here, and I did find, I went to Hobby Lobby, like I said, and I did find some new things at Hobby Lobby, and I did make sure some of them can be found online. So one of the first things I found was this pack of different gemstone flat back crystal blingy thingies. So I don't know if it's gonna, there we go. So it's all different sizes, where before I just had 2 sizes, I'm pretty sure. I may have had 3, I'm not sure. But this was a really, really good bang for your buck. So I've got it linked in my Amazon, and I also got it at Hobby Lobby. So I've got those. Then I also got some new sequences. Don't forget about these. These I bought online. These, I love them. They look like water drops, and maybe we'll add some to the pumpkins. So I love these as well. But I also got 2 new colors of sequins, and this one is more the same color as in this paper collection. So this is a rose gold sequence, and it's 3 different sizes. It didn't come in this little pot, but it came in like 3 different little cellophane bags all together in one package. So this was a really good deal. It's just the rounded cupped sequence. And then this one looks like, I forget what they called it, but it's kind of like a mosaic-y, rainbowy looking. And I thought this was kind of pretty too. I don't know how it looks with this paper collection, but let's see what it looks like. Just, well, let go of me. This is a really large, so it's got 3 different sizes of sequins. But yeah, I got that because I thought it would go with a lot, well, it would go with a lot of different, okay, the static on this is real. A lot of different papers. And I think that's all. I got a few more things, but they're not really relevant to what we're doing right now. So I think I'll add some stuff. So I might even do like a combination of sequins and crystal. So I'm going to start off by doing the flower. Well, oops, I missed. Boop. So each flower is going to get, you notice I didn't use any of the green flowers. I just used the black and white. I like the color contrast. I think it needed it. So that's pretty cool. So let's start with the sequins. I might need, oh, I don't know. Let's see. There's 3 different sizes. I'm just going to go with, I think that might be the smallest size. So we'll put those down first. I don't know if I thought this was going to help me. Putting them in the little pot there, but I didn't have anywhere else to put them because they didn't even come in like resealable. But there's a ton of them. So yeah, really good bang for your buck here. And if I can find them online, I will link them. But they're just a really pretty rose gold sequence. At least I think they are. And then I thought, let's put one of these little gemstones in the middle of that, just because we can. So let's see what that looks like. And you don't have to, obviously. So let's see what it looks like. Let's use one of the smaller ones. And I'm not sure if it's going to be easy or not to get these out of this container. I guess maybe that should have been the next question. Use my jewel picker. Well, you can't, I'm not sure you can even tell that there's a gemstone in there. So maybe we won't add one in the middle because that looks like, it already looks like there's something in the middle. So we'll just leave those sequins like that. But we'll add maybe some gemstones around, maybe. Because I kind of want to put these on there too. I need to get me a little thing to pour these on so that, you know, one of those little trays, or make a tray, one of the two. Maybe I'll make me a tray. So, yeah, I just kind of want to dot a few of them here and there, you know, like different sizes. Oh, I'm not going to be able to use that. That's not going to work. I need to be able to get a hold of it. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to devise a system on getting those out. What do you guys think? An easier way to get those out anyway. Because I do love the idea of having that many sizes. I didn't even use the smallest one. This is the smallest. I used the next to the smallest. They're so cute. And you can add as many as you want. And I think we should go back and add some to the covers later. And I really do like this color sequence. I know it's hard to tell what color it is, but it's rose gold and it's pretty. Yeah, that looks cute. All right, then let's put it in here. Let's go ahead and add it into the book, into the album. And then we'll make some inserts. Oh, I need to be careful. I probably should wait till it's dry. So the tape is actually on the back side, but I'm flipping this up so that I can grab the back of that tape. And then I'm going to turn my album this way, and I'm going to line this up to where this score part here it's the same as this score part there. So we're adding it to the tab, but we're matching it up to the other page as well. Yep. And then you just want to burnish that down. Okay, so then the next thing we're going to do is add some inserts into here. Doesn't that look so pretty though? I love that. We did that in the prototype, the one I showed you before. We did that in that as well, and I just loved it. That's why I just wanted to recreate it. We didn't do the flowers, but isn't that so sweet? So I will try to add the equivalent of these punches. This is an EK and this is a Stampin' Up. So I'll try to find these and put them in my Amazon list that I have specifically for this project. By the way, did I show you? I don't know if I showed you or not. My corner chomper stand insert. These go perfectly in there on each side, even opened up. So that's where I've been storing them. And I happened to look over and go, oh yeah, I've got those. And that's why I punched those flowers, because it just needed a little something. Okay guys, it is the next day and I'm not actually sure exactly where I left off filming yesterday, because I got distracted because I decided that I needed to make a free template, a free printable really quick for you guys, because it's needed right now. So remember when I was fiddling about with my stuff and I was having a hard time getting a hold of the little pieces and whatnot, and I said I need a little tool. Well, I decided that's what I was going to spend the rest of my day on, and I did. I come up with the free little template, a little printable. It's a little triangular scoopy tray. So let me just demonstrate like really quickly. It was just make life so much easier to grab hold. And this is just made out of cardstock, and you can get, I think you can get some plastic little trays like this anywhere really, but I needed it right now, so I just made myself a little template. And yeah, so it's going to be so much easier to work with these types of things if you've got something to put them in. So let me show you what it looks like. Let me show you what the template looks like. It looks like this. There's 3 of them on this paper, on this page, and it says triangle scoop tray. It's a free printable, and I will have it in the Buy Me a Coffee app down below. It's linked down below in the Buy Me a Coffee, and it's in there. I think you have to, like, you hit the image, like you click on the image, and then it'll like ask you to purchase it or something like that, and then you put in an amount. So you put in 0, because it is a free template. So you can put in 0, or if you wanted to, you could put in $1 or whatever. Not necessary, but you put in 0. For the free template. So you just add 0, and then you will be able to have access to this template. Yeah, I've got that link down below, and it is a free template. It's a free printable. And I guess I'll show you really quickly. I've already put together 2 of them, and then I have a 3rd one right here. So let me show you how to do it really quick. It's so simple, but it's going to make life so much easier, in my opinion. So I am going to just trim out, and you don't even have to be exact, you know, again, not crucial. Just like that. These are big chunks. Maybe I'll keep these. Maybe we'll end up stamping. Oh, you can kind of see through my paper. Alright, so then the next thing I want to do, I actually did not trim that out very good. Not that it really is not going to matter. It's totally fine. So I'm going to trim these corners off here. And I think I'm going to trim this up a little bit right here. And I'm also going to ink it up, this edge up really quick, because it is just cardstock. And it's easier to do this right now than it is to wait till later. Oops, just bumped you. Take my scoreboard and my stylus, and we are going to score all of these marks. And then I'm also even going to score this little mark right here. And I'm just going to take a second and I'm going to prep the score marks one way. And then I'm going to fold them the other way and burnish. Because I'm going to have the color, the really light vintage coffee stained color look facing upwards. And the reason I'm doing that way is because for the camera purposes, white, sometimes the camera doesn't like to deal with white at all. Okay, so then on this, you'll see that it's not a perfectly shaped, well, I guess it kind of is, it's not a perfectly even triangle. All the sides are not even, so it comes to a longer point on one end, and that's where the scoopy part is. So when you cut the little bit out, I'll bring it up to the camera a little bit in just a second. Oops, I didn't prep that one. So when you cut that little bit out, you're left with this. Whoop. Do you see that? I'm trying to get it to, there we go. Kind of left with this little bit of a flap right here. Doop, doop, doop. Okay. I am going to bend that because we scored that little mark. I'm going to bend it back, and then I'm going to bend it the other way. Okay. And then on the other two, you just want to take out the wedge. So you're basically taking out the score mark is what you're doing. And it just makes it fold nicer. Alright, so then the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue and that little bitty teeny tiny little triangle there on the scoopy end. I'm going to put glue on that and I'm going to fold it behind that side there. And then I'm going to take this burnisher and I'm going to press. So now I have something that looks like that, right? Super simple. And then these other two tabs are going to go behind this flap here. And then we'll have our little triangle. A little triangle scoop tray. This is one of those things you didn't know you needed until you needed it, you know? And once you needed it, you could not need it anymore. You had to have it. So I'm going to trim that up just a little bit. So again, I'm going to take my burnisher. I'm going to push down there. Right? I'm going to pinch those a little bit. So you didn't know you needed it until you needed it. So now you have it. Go to buy me a coffee and it'll be there. But I am going to ink it up just because I should have probably inked it up before I glued it together, but I can't not ink it for some reason. So the reason I only did 3 on the page is because usually you only have 3 types of metal or embellishment type things, like that kind of thing that you would be using at one time, meaning like the sequins or the loose flat back things. But yeah, so that's why I only put 3 on there. I guess you could make as many as you want, but I wish they folded up, but they don't, but they do stack. So you can just store them like this with all of your small loose thingies. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I hope you guys like them. So let me know what you think. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Did you grab it? Did you like it? Did you need it? Did you not know you need it? Now you need it. And now you have it. And there you go. Simple, simple. Okay. Back to my project. I mean, you know what? I needed it. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. We're going to do 2 inserts in here. And the first one is going to be, page 30B in the Graceful Decorative Edge set of templates. I printed that, the pumpkin background design one onto white cardstock, and I cut it out. So I inked up the backside already. So I'm going to take this mat here, and we're going to trace the mat for it out of some patterned paper. So I think I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use this one, I believe, because I want to get this part down here. And because normally I could print it off and that would be fine. But are you crooked or am I crooked? Whoa. But since I want to try to get that down, this part on the mat, I am going to trace it. So I'm going to take a pencil, trace all the way around. And then I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to grab my paper trimmer though. Cut this part down. Like that, and then I'm just going to separate. Whoa, did you see my paper twist? Got a little bit of that bump there, but that's okay. And I'm going to trim this out. I'm going to ink it up. And then we'll mat the insert. Right, so then this will be at the bottom of the insert like that. Right, so that's cute. You can put a photo here. Do I have any photo mats? I'll get one in a little bit. You can put a photo here. We could, if we wanted to, we could do like a little fussy cut pocket. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it. So I'm just going to attach it down. It's a good idea though, but I'm just not going to do it. Right? Okay. So I'm going to use art glitter glue. Oh, you know what? This isn't art glitter glue, but I can use art glitter. No, I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. Either one's fine. I don't know why I go back and forth all the time. Either one of them's fine. I like this because it gives me a minute to wiggle stuff around so that I don't have to hit it perfectly spot on when I lay it down. So that's usually why I gravitate to my art glitter glue, to my Fabri-Tac for things like this. So if you're not feeling super confident in whether or not you can get that down right, then use Fabri-Tac. All right, and I am going to put a little hole reinforcement here and a pull. So I'm going to try to, oops, my centering ruler. And try to get the center here. Okay, and I'm going to use my foiled hole reinforcements. And punch through. Put one on this side. And then the string, I'm going to do that cording again. This, I think it's just called cording. I've got it linked in Amazon. And I looked at it the other day thinking, what is it called? And I still don't remember what it's called. My brain doesn't have room for all of that. It just doesn't anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna put the two together, make a loop. Just like that. And I'm going to cut them off. Not evenly. I didn't cut them evenly. So this is one insert, and it could be the only one if you wanted it to be. You don't have to do another one, but I want to do another one. I've already planned another one. Oh, I just bumped my plant. So, isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? That nice curved, graceful edge there, matching with the page itself. It just looks really cool. So I'm going to do one more, and it's a freebie. And let me show you. It's this envelope here that is also in the Buy Me a Coffee. So I printed this onto 28-pound paper, right? And then on the back side, again, this is available in Buy Me a Coffee. So I have that link down below. And then on the back side, I printed one of my scripty papers in the landscape. And it's the, I'll just hold it a little closer. It's the really big writing and the vintage. So I printed that on the back side. So I first printed this, and then I flipped it over and printed this. So, also I'm going to use a wax seal. See, there's some wax seals here. Let me get my, actually, let me do the wax seal first. I'm going to bring my candle over here. Let me get it starting to melt. And, what did I do with my spoon? Oh, it's back here. Excuse me. Ugh. Got my rose quartz coaster, and this, oh, I got wax on the, this is the Love wax seal that I got. I got this one included with a set. I have it linked in my Amazon, but it was included in a set of like 5. One was that big flower that we use all the time, and then another one's like thank you and I love you and that kind of stuff. So I think I like both of these colors. So I think what I'm going to do is do 3, even though I don't really think I need 3. So this is the purple combination wax. And then this is the champagne gold is what it says. So I'm going to get this to melting on my wax, or on my tea light there. And I'm going to cut this envelope out. So yeah, both of these are in my Buy Me a Coffee. They're both free templates. Both of these, meaning this envelope and the triangular tray. Okay, so then you don't have to score these, but it does make it easier. So I'm going to take and score. I tend to use the bigger ball when I'm scoring on paper. It's just because this is only 28 pound. You could have used cardstock, but it doesn't rip through it like this little teeny one would rip. The other side would rip through it pretty quick. Too much pressure, and I'm pretty heavy-handed. I don't mean to be. It just is what it is. Okay. So my wax is almost done melting, so I need to hurry up. So these need to go this way because I'm going to have the the script on the outside. So I guess what I can do is I can just ink this part right here, and then I can do the wax seal, and then actually I can just, let me do this part. Let me go ahead and do my wax seal, and then I'll put it together. I might even alter the edge a little bit, but for now. Okay, so since this is going to be my flap, I'm just going to pour this on here, right on the edge. Try to make sure my love is right side up. And let that dry. So I've added the wax to my Amazon, if you want to check it out. But we've used them before. I try to use, I don't know if you guys pick up on that, I try to use things like that we buy that we may not use in every project, but I try to incorporate them into more than just one project. Like the wax seal itself, that we've used that before. We've used that set before. You know, we've used these envelopes before. We've used, what else have we used before? These strings, you know, that kind of thing. The magnets, all these things that we buy, the corner chompers, things that we buy that cost us a little more money, that are a little bit more unique. I try to use them in more than one album, like over and over again, because that's what, you know, it's you put money into the supply, you might as well get your money out of it. You know what I mean? Get your use out of it. So that's what I try to do. Yes, that turned out really, really good. Look at that. Look at that. Boop. Okay, and so that's what the back side looks like. But that's on there good. And you know, I didn't ink the back side, but that's okay because it already has that distressed edge. So I'm going to move this out of the way. Alright, now let me continue putting this together. And since I ripped it right there, I'm going to angle it. I'm going to angle it anyway. I'm going to angle this one. I think I'm just going to use glue. I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac. I do not have an insert for this. I'm just putting an envelope in there, and like a vintage envelope, you know. So you can store whatever you want in there. And then this piece is going to come over like this. I think I'm going to corner chomp the large. I think I'm going to do this flap. Oops. My corner chomper stand insert. Love it so much. And I'm not going to do any kind of like closure with magnets or anything because it's going to be in this pocket anyway. So, and you can't even see the wax seal, which is a shame. I don't know if you would have been able to see it if it was the other way around or not either, but maybe a little. But that's okay. I'm okay with that. So we're going to leave that there. And then the last thing we're going to do in this video is I'm going to do some embellishing here. So I've got everything prepped. I'll just show you quickly what I'm thinking. I printed off one page of the 5x7 photo mats from the Essentials. And if you have the Basically Amazing add-on photo mats, you know, there's the same page. This is the same page as that page in that set. So if you have that, you can, and this is just printed onto 28-pound paper, right? So I'm going to use one here, and then I printed one page of the 4x6 photo mats, and they're going to go here like that. So then my next thought was I was going to do some embellishing, but first for this one I'm gonna do some stamping with the 5x7, and I think I'm just going to go right in the middle. That. And then for this one, however, I'm going to use the stamp as part of the embellishment cluster. So what I mean by that is I've got some embellishments that I want to use. This is from the die cut set. Well, I thought I did. Where did it go? And this is from my stamp set. Let me show you. I know I probably showed you 500 times. So this is just this tag here I stamped onto coffee stained paper. And I think I'm going to use this stamp. I've done it before where I've used this as part of the embellishment. So I'm going to put it on there. Matter of fact, let me grab that piece that I had there. We can use that. And I'm just going to guess where I think the embellishment cluster is going to be. So I'm thinking maybe right here. It's right there because it kind of went down. So, and that's okay. Okay. And so I'm going to hold off on doing the 4x6 for right now because I need to see where it's going to be. So here's my thought, right? Boom, boom. Then I have this and this. So this was from the ephemera pack, and Fussy cut more of that white edge off because there was just too much and inked up a little bit. So it's going to go like right here. And this is going to go like right here. So the stamp is now part of the embellishment cluster. Does that make sense? I feel like you guys are crooked. Let me straighten this book up and see. You are. You're crooked the other way. Okay. It's driving me nuts. Something's happened to my situation here where something's been moved or something is in the wrong spot and I can't figure out what it is, and it's driving me bonkers. I think I'm going to stamp date on this, though. And I don't have that on a block, of course. I mean, you know, I can't have everything on a block. I could, but I don't. So this one says Our Story. We're going to put that one back on the paper. Oop, it looks like I need to clean these up a little bit, you guys. Don't tell May. She would not be happy with me if she saw that. I need to clean my little stamps. Okay, and I think I will use black. Whoops. Boy, this black lid is on there snuggly wuggly. Okay. Alright. And I gotta get on my tippy toes so I don't get in the way. Yep. There we go. So I'm going to put these down, and I'm going to have to get my book out of the way. I'm going to use tape runner tape because this is thinner paper. So my thought is this is going to go here, and then this is going to go here, and that'll be my little cluster. Yep. So I think I'm just going to put some liquid glue right in between the two photo mats where I think my stuff's going to be, and lay these down. Oh, I might have to put a little bit more glue on this dude. I'll just do it right here. That way you don't accidentally get it where your photo is supposed to go. And then put that there. And then we're going to stamp the 4x6 there. I've got my 4x6 on the block. And oh, I gotta get up over it here. I might have to scoot this down just a little bit. And 4x6. Ah. Well, let's see if I can't fix that. So I need something solid under there. Oh. Not that it's that crucial, you guys. I've already stamped it twice. There. Perfect. Okay, so for this one, I picked out a few. This was one of the Fussy cut butterflies that I did with when I was doing the pumpkins. So I'm going to use one of those, and this is one of the die cuts. I'm going to use that one. I did fussy cut more around it, and then that's the word fall. I fussy cut more around it. It was one of the die, I think it was one of the die cuts. I'm almost positive it was one of the die cuts. So I was going to use that, and then I need to get one of my rectangle labels out of my ephemera holder. By the way, I know I haven't done it yet. This here, I haven't showed you how I made this, but it's the same as this. So this was our January album of the month. This is our ephemera holder, or our ephemera keeper. Since we have a scrapper keeper, we now have an ephemera keeper. And each one of these were made as individual little booklets, just like this one. So if you want to see how to make this, then I will link that. I'll link that up here and down below. By the way, because I haven't done it yet, and I'm not sure I'm going to have time. So this section here is the labels that I have, and the rectangle labels that are available on their own. Some are, if you have the Basically Amazing scrap journal, there's rectangle labels in there. There are different sizes, but the large size is the same, I think. But that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use this pinkish color one out of there. And I think how I'm going to lay this one out is like this, maybe? Something like that. That looks pretty cool, right? So, I don't think I'm going to stamp anything there. I could stamp Our Story Special Moments, but I think I'm going to leave that blank. So I'm going to put, actually let me mark it so I don't confuse myself when I go to lay it down here. I'm going to mark the corners. Okay, I'm going to use my tape runner tape for this part. Right there. Super cute. Actually, I'm going to use another coaster that I've got my water sitting on. I'm going to use that. Nope. So I don't get glue all over my hands. Okay, so I think this needs some sparkles. sparkly doodads. Either that or a key. I think I'm going to do sparkly doodads. So I'm going to grab my little thingy-mabob. I might actually do like a couple on the little butterfly, like in the body, like the little body and then the little noggin. So maybe we'll see. I'll just do one. I'll just do one that's about this size. And look. And I'm not even worried about the fact that I got so many. And I think what I'm going to do before I get the glue out is I'm just going to stick it, whoops, I'm just going to stick it where I want it, and that way I can come back with my glue. I said that and it won't let go. I can come back with my glue and I can then glue it down. Okay, so then do I need to, since I put one there, do I need to put one over here? Maybe not so big. Maybe a smaller one. So let's dump those back in there. Yes, that's amazing. I kind of like the idea of that looks so funny, so blurry looking. I kind of like the idea of the dewdrop looking ones actually on the pumpkin. So let me get that crystal clear shaker mix out and pour a few in here. Boy, that's going to be a lot easier too. So that I can grab a couple sizes maybe to put on here. These are so cool because they look like little droplets of water, and I just love it. I just love it. Okay. Now we gotta let that dry. But wait, let me clean up real quick. Ta-da! Oh, that one don't want to come off. That's so awesome. I love that. I love it. Okay. And I could have used 2 trays because I have 3 trays made, so I could have used another tray. Okay, I wonder if I need to, and the photo, by the way, a photo still fits under there. Here's a picture of my granddaughter from last Halloween. Wow, look at how that picture looks so weird colored. But anyway, the picture still fits up underneath there. So remember to make sure you don't glue it down. Oh, I did find something. I'm not sure I want to show you guys yet. I found something at Hobby Lobby that I think is going to be amazing to add to our albums, because I'll just show you because there's so many in one container. It's ridiculous. Okay, I bought 4 colors, but I'm only going to show you 2 because these are the 2 that actually match the paper collection. And I thought I'd done well with the other ones, but I didn't. There's probably, I don't know, 60 different color options. So I'm going to show you these. These are teeny tiny little flat backed. They are diamond dots. And you can buy them at Hobby Lobby now. I'm sure you can buy them online as well, so I'll look for them. So you get these loose jars. How many pieces are in here? I don't know. I really do not know. But this one is, it says 2,000 plus. But this is $1.99 and I got it for 30% off. So it's like $1.20. What would that be? Anyway, a little over $1 for each jar. And they're cute. They are so cute. And they're perfect. They're just these tiny little flat-backed little gems, I know they're diamond dots, which I do not do diamond dots. I have no desire to do diamond dots. You know, those canvases and stuff, and I have no issues with people that do diamond dots, but these are going to be a great addition to our album making. So I will try to link these if I can find them, I'll try link them in the description box below. But they're super cute, and they are just, they're perfect. They're perfect. They're so tiny. I probably should have used one. I could probably use one on here. And maybe on here, just to add some more color. Let's do that. Let me see. Let me pour some into my little tray. And it might be fun to add some color over here. We could put one on each page. That's super cute. Let's do that. So let me scoop that out of the way. Boop. Now I might have to fix that. Let's just get a new one. Boop. And then put one over here on the little date. Just a teeny little dot of glue. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. They're so cute. There's so many color options. I want to get the purple that matches perfectly, or the burgundy color. Yeah, or even kind of like that orangey color. I would like to get that as well. But anyway, whoops. See how tiny they are, you guys? They're so little. But they're cute. I like them. You guys are going to have to let me know what you think about those. And I will bring this up to you so that you can see. I don't know how well. There we go. Can you see it right there? Just adds just a little something. And then over here, you see it on the F, right? Just a cute little something something. So we'll have to add those other spots in our album as well. So I do like the little crystal there on the butterfly. That is adorable. All right, you guys, that is all I've got time for today. So don't forget to go to Buy Me a Coffee and get your triangle scoop tray and get your free envelope. This is the prototype one of that envelope. Get your free envelope. Buy Me a Coffee. This is one, it's like one JPEG, and then the Scoopy thing is another JPEG. All that's linked down below. The description box. I don't know if I might have to do like a separate video just for this, but I'm going to show you guys. I can't tell you how many times people ask me about this description box. Where is the description box? Let me go to my channel. Let me turn my volume down. Okay, I'm going to go to a video. So this is the video that posted a day or so ago. I'm going to hit it. This is the interactive album covers video. Let me turn it way down. Okay, so I know a lot of you use phones and stuff. So I'm going to try to show you where the description box is. Matter of fact, let me use something. Let me use this pointy thingy here instead of my finger. So there is, what kind of commercial we got going on here? I have no idea. Okay. There we go. There's the video. There's the title to my video right there. And right here is a little down arrow. So it is right next to, will this tool work? No. It is right next to the title. So then what drops down is all of this information right here. And then it says, read more. And then there's chapters. And then it says more from Genevieve. But what you want to do to see the entire drop down is you want to read more. And then there's all of this information down there for you guys. That is where the description box is. That is the show more section. That is the infamous look down there section that it's so hard to find. And I don't understand why YouTube makes it so hard to find. But, and on your computer, it just says show more and you hit that. And I don't know what it says on like iPads and stuff because I don't have an iPad. But that is where the description box is. And so that's all where all that good information is. All the links to everything is down there. And I get asked about it all the time, so I thought I would share. So be sure to give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Be sure to let me know what you think about the new freebies. Make sure that you are subscribed to my channel and turn that bell notification on so that you get notified when I upload a video. And be sure to let me know what you think in the comments. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Bye.